like to review again how to do unit conversions because I know this is one of the more difficult topics that we cover in Math 60. So we want to convert 21,365 inches to kilometers. One of the first things is that how do you even get started with something like this? Well, one clue is that inches is part of what we use in the English or American. Actually, England doesn't use it. That's an American measurement. Kilometers is part of the metric system. So there's one place on page 297 that does American to metric conversions. And that's a smaller place to look. So if you ever have to go between American and metric, that's a good place to start looking. And there's 3 facts that could be helpful. .54 centimeters is equal to 1 inch. So we could get from inches to centimeters and then work our way up to kilometers. So 39.37 inches is about equal to 1 meter. So that would take inches to meters, which might be even better because we need to get clear up to kilometers. Or there's this one. Kilometers so this uses kilometers, but then I'd have to get inches clear up to miles. Now any one of these will work. Depending on which one you pick, you might have to do more converting than if somebody picked a different one. I'm actually going to pick this one because it seems to get inches to something bigger. So here's our starting fact. I'm going to make that into a fraction. It can be over 1. And I'm using the second fact here, and I want the inches to cancel. So now I have meters. I do want to get to kilometers though, so I'm looking for more conversion facts. These are both metric, and I find that 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 meters. I want the meters to cancel. So now the only units that are left are kilometers. All right, so now let's see what I need in terms of numbers. I have 21,365 times 1 in the numerator, 39.37, again times 1, but I don't need to write that because that doesn't change the number, times 1,000. And before I go to our calculator, I want to think about the fact that I need to group top, bottom, and the bottom needs to be grouped for this fraction. Move this over so I can see it. There's my answer, and it needs some rounding. So let's go back and see what our numbers had in the beginning. 21,365 has 5 significant digits. So I could round this off to 5 significant digits. Now a better answer would be rounded off to 4 significant digits, because my conversion fact was an approximate number. So my final answer, I would like to round off to just 0.5427 kilometers. Well, that's kind of messy. Let's try that again. So, if you used a different way of going through, did you get the same answer? Hopefully if you rounded it off to 4 significant digits, you would come up with the same answer. Every now and then when you go a different direction, that last digit will not agree. Remember, we always assume with approximate numbers that the last digit is the one place where they might not agree. All right, the next presentation has some practice for you to do.